Ó ṣe mí.
Ó ṣe mí bí ẹni wípé.
Kí máa lulu máa lọ.
Alala alalulu lélele. Ó dá mo ti rọ́mọ tó dùn. Jangolo. You can see my cap is shorter right now. Because
oh yeah, I just assume you say country don't hard.
Oh God,
material don't cost. Nothing they so cap when they reach the back. Not they do anything for anybody.
You know they reach. Yes, so you know they reach again. Do you know people still go around tell me today like King Buro you now kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mo oh Lord.
Wait, don't rush from that. In the immortal words of Sashina Peters.
Yes.
Majority ẹ máa gbọ́.
Yes.
Personal experience lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́. Ohun tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi rí ni. Ọmọ ènìyàn yé o. Lọ ṣọ́ra o. Ó tún fi kíìsì.
At a time, I was not there. Mm-hmm. You know, of course, people don't call me for shows. It's like, what's this guy singing going, you know? And the Afrobeat thing was just the thing. I sing high life music. Mm. So it was so difficult. Even in my house, I felt it, you know? When a man wasn't that man anymore, you know? Everything fell aside, you know? Things fall apart. Everything just fell. Everything fell. I was depressed. I was depressed. I was almost gone. I was almost gone. BUGA, what are you going to do now? What next? Baba.
Well, they don't come to this revelation you have just come to without suffering.
But thank God, I made it. I made it.
This show is supported by FinServ Pro. My number one should be your number one tax consultant in the United States. If you're an Africa diasporan who lives here in the States, sorting out your taxes should not even be a headache anymore. Just go to finserv.pro, www.finserv.pro. You will not, I won't tell you that you will look forward to taxes, but you won't believe just how seamless they're going to make the effort. From the moment I started with them, never had to worry about taxes again. finserv.pro. Visit them today. Thank you very much, FinServ Pro. This is the deep dive. Ó ṣe mí.
Ó ṣe mí bí ẹni wípé.
Kí máa lọ.
Alalulu lélele. Ó dá mo ti rọ́mọ tó dùn. Jangolo ba.
You know, I like you have, is it money? You now have this calm thing going on.
Yeah, I've chosen peace.
You have chosen peace.
Yeah, period. Anything aside from that, don't count me. I'm not in.
When I look at, so I was in preparation for this. So normally I've been hung up on Mr. WOLE for a minute, as you can imagine.
I know.
But so I wanted to refresh some of my best tracks. So I looked for I still have the CD.
I know, yeah.
The CD you gave me.
Yes.
From way back.
Way back, yes.
So I looked for and I saw you on the cover of the album. You don't look. Do you look at that picture? No, I would have been,
honestly.
What happened here?
Yeah, thank God for everything, my brother.
Man.
Good to see you again.
You too. You're most bugashous.
Yes.
You're most bugalistic.
You can say that again, my brother.
King Jesse King.
Yes, that's me.
It's been 15 years. You were one of the first performers on the Teju Babyface show in Victoria Island.
Oh, it's 15 years already?
Yeah, it's 15 years this year.
Whoa.
Má ṣe fàájì, ṣe fàájì. Mi ò lè wá kú, mi ò gbìyànjú o.
mo ti ṣe mo lè ṣe.
Àlùbáríkà.
Àlùbáríkà àlùbáríkà gbogbo.
Ẹ má mílíkì o. Tẹ́jú. Tẹ́jú. Skolobo. Ó yá jẹ́ kí n jẹ níbẹ̀. Jẹ́ kí n jẹ níbẹ̀. Èmi gangan mo fẹ́ jẹ hunger.
That's a great anniversary.
I'm telling you.
You know, thank God for your life. Thank God for everything.
Yes,
Praise
boss. You're looking good though.
Thank you.
This thing they are saying, there's no money in the country, there's no money in the country. I mean, there's nothing about you that shows that you're not living the top of life.
Brother, choose peace. Then you begin to see the
But how does one choose
manifestation.
peace? Actually, you just can't look. So somebody woke up this morning and
Yes.
just complained to me. He said, you cannot be spending more money in this America you are talking about than I am spending in Nigeria. Do you know the amount I'm spending on power? That's light, electricity, fuel for the generator, fuel for my car. Then I'll go out now. He just lost it this morning. and this is a normally peaceful person.
Yes.
So when you say choose peace, I mean, how do you choose peace to have this peace?
Yes, you see, no matter how the case is like, you know, here in Nigeria, just wake up in the morning, open to your phone, then you begin to see stories. For me, I've chosen peace. No matter how it is, no matter maybe I don't have lights, I don't have fuel in my car, I'll probably say the scarcity of fuel and all that. I said to myself, I've chosen peace. Whichever way the case is like, I'm going to be at peace with myself first before anybody. So take it or leave it. So my ranting will not bring anything.
Hey.
Yes, it's not going to bring anything. Okay. So this is me, brother.
Okay, so but what do you call your kind of music though? You are in a class all by yourself. Yes. You know, what do you call your music? What's the brand of your music?
Well,
what do you call that brand of music?
Well, I think from the one, we've been having this issue of saying, okay, what kind of song, what's the brand like, and all that. Beginning to see myself coming from the angle of, well, first of all, I like music, which is just the root of my brand. Okay. And then other side of it, it is what you call it. It is what you feel it is to you, you know. But for me, I think I'm just singing myself out, you know. Just check me out, you know. That's where I am. Right in your mind, you feel like, okay, who is this guy? According to, okay, this guy is just a playful guy, or this guy is just there doing his thing. I think I'm just singing myself, what is inside of me, out. Because if I have to give you a name to it right now, that might not really fit into that. I sing I like music, but that brand, that thing that makes me feel cool. Shemi, I'm feeling cool. Ma she faji ara mi, you know.
Mi ò lè wá
para mi. Yes. Alubarika ni koko. Oh Lord of mercy. You know, life is there for you. It is just the way you're going to drive your own car.
Yeah.
Drive it the way you want to drive it, you know, take it easy. And that's just the way it is with me. My brand now is just easy. Let me call it easy.
Easy. You know, when you say that, what comes to my mind is Sonny Ade's Easy Motion.
Exactly, Easy Motion.
Easy
and
motion.
You can feel it from that Baba song.
Yeah.
Easy Motion.
Toris. I'm
telling you, if you see Baba still today, you will see that easy mood. He always that, you know, he's just calm.
Calling everybody
I'm telling you. He's just.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. So that's just me. That's me. Easy going, you know.
But that song is big, Mr. Wole. My friend Sheyi Brown picked me up in LA.
Yeah.
I went to LA to do some recordings.
Sheyi.
And Sheyi picked me up. And Sheyi had Mr. Wole on repeat all the way from the airport to where he lived. Now, the interesting thing is he had a person who is Nigerian but who spent all of her life in America.
Yeah.
Who might not be so used to our music in the car. And before we got
Yes.
to where we're going, she was also, you know, bumping Mr. Wole.
Yes.
And all this song is huge.
Thank you.
But my question
Thank
is,
you.
so what was happening in your life and in your career before Mr. Wole? Because I get the impression that you had a bit of a mellow somewhere
Yes.
in the middle, and then Mr. Wole just, in
Yes.
fact, I'm willing to bet
Yeah.
that there's a whole new generation who are introduced to the BUGA magic because of Mr. Wole.
Yes.
So what was happening before Mr. Wole came?
BUGA, of course, I started with BUGA.
Yeah.
And at the time, you know, I think I was just trying to study the terrain, the new terrain, you know. Now, there's one thing, you know how to sing, you can do stuff, your skills and all that. There's another thing, the music business. There's business out of it. Have you been able to put it together? So I took my time, like, you know, working on myself. What's the brand like? How do you really want to look like? How do you want people to perceive you this time? You know, now that we have a generation of you know, they don't listen.
Fast food.
Exactly. They want to have it back. Did you understand? Of course, they ask questions and all that, but how do I want to present myself to them? You know, so I have to go back on my table, trying to put my music together, you know, shake a little bit and the lyrically bring it down a little bit, you know, something that can really be consumed by my new generation, you know, so that at the end of the day, it will sound so meaningful. But of course, my brand, my values will still be right in that lyrics, you know, which I've been able to put together. So, over time now, which I've been working on those things, and that has taken me a long time to sit back, even to the way I want to look like. You can see my cap is shorter right now because.
Oh yeah, I just assume it's a country don't hard.
Oh God,
material don't cost. Not if they so cap when they reach the back, not they do anything for anybody.
You know they reach, yes, so you know they reach again. Of course, yes. You know the situation of this country, it can be so fun, but at the same time, you know, I have to just go by the way of make sure that. I present myself to this younger generation so that they won't be feel like, hey, when Babalawo you go.
You know, as you're saying, when you're saying this, I was smiling because it occurs to me that there'd be a 22-year-old watching this thing now.
Yes.
And they might be thinking to themselves that, who are these two old men?
You can imagine.
The thing is, we don't see ourselves, you know, that way.
We don't see it that way.
Which day we just finished school?
Just yesterday.
Just yesterday. School.
You know, so what are you saying?
What are we saying?
Don't mind all this white people. Don't mind me.
You are the one who is dulling me now. They will look around and think it's a bunch of old men who are conversing.
Don't go and say it. Well, it's so beautiful time out here. So that's just the way it is. I've been able to put all those things together to see, okay, now a new brand, you know, renew the brand and to see how I can sell it to this new generation. So that has taken a whole lot of...
How long did that take though? That's not something that, what you have just described, like this as that's what is called reinvention.
Yes, reinvention.
It took me, now that you're talking about it, it took me about it took me 10 years
to put that together.
This thing you're just talking about, how long did it take you to, because that album that has Jennifer was what year?
Yes, that's about it's about 19 years ago now.
Yeah, because I know you know exactly. That you know that album.
We know that. Yes.
I mean, so it took me 10 years. How long did it take you from that time to?
It took me about 10 years to put myself together. At the time I was about coming in, then I had to withdraw. I withdrew because I felt, okay, I don't think it's right. This is the right time.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like, okay, I still have to do this, do that, put that together. Not until when I was really, really ready and I had to put all the songs together, which I call the rebirth.
You see, that's the rebirth.
Exactly.
You get it.
The rebirth. Exactly. Yeah. I have to do one thing, which I did medley. And I had to do like put all those things together, put it in a beat, all those Bolanle, Jennifer, everything. Yeah. Put them together in a beat like you can listen all through at the same time.
Because I saw Nyugba.
Yes.
I saw like a new video, I was confused.
Yeah.
Nyugba is what, almost 20 years ago? Why am I
That's the
seeing
job.
video
That's the
that is
job.
new?
That is just the work there. That's the thing there, because I had to put all those things together, now shoot a new video to just put it out there. And that gave me the go ahead. And that was the time I said, oh boy, now you can move. And I felt, okay, people would say, yeah. I said, okay, this is a time.
Yeah.
So then I started coming again, bringing my new island. Then I now came in with Ijebu. Ijebu ọmọ alárẹ̀ kékeré Ìjẹ̀bú kékeré Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o, àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o, àgbà Ìjẹ̀bú.
That song threw me.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, because Yuba starts with Bodija and Dupe.
Yes.
For some reason, I always thought you were an Ibadan person.
No.
So when you came out with Ijebu, Awa Ijebu, I'm like,
yes.
Are you an Ijebu person?
The calling is this. I have to just clear this now.
Yeah.
The calling is bringing communities together. That's my calling. I don't want to say like Ijebu is just there.
Okay.
Or is there. We have Ondo, and each of this area which I've been able to sing to promote the particular area, And what made me, I'm attached to Ijebu people because Ijebu people actually helped my dad out, sent him to school. In fact, they were the very first people that actually made him travel out of the country, Ijebu people,
okay.
So I attached that thing to them, like I have to just give back, because if you've done something to my dad, you indirectly just, it's coming for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, let me just put all this together to just say Ijebu, Etiwakpaju,
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the energy is there. Don't let us just put it down. When it comes to Southwest, give it to Ijebu people.
Mm-hmm.
They keep the party going. The energy is good. When you go to Ojúde, then you now come to understand.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, both the old and the younger ones, like, they are there standing in the sun, with their attire beautiful, and they are ready, the makeup, everything.
Yeah, and it seems you were there for the last one.
Yes, I was
there. It seems what I was thinking is that, this Ijebu song that Jesse went to sing like this, it is money calculation. Because with this Ijebu song, that means that every year is probably the first name on the musician roll call to perform at Ojúde Ọba.
Yes, honestly, I did that not because of whatever. It is because of my calling. I did the same thing for the Ekiti people, night to today, I just came in. I've just been given an award in Ekiti, Ado Ekiti, as an a student, part of the students far back then. And the Ekiti people till date, they still feel like this is our son.
Okay.
So I think my calling has ever been like Ibadan. Bringing them together, because I know that if we are together, we can go far. That's why I sang about Yungba, Ilé ayé dùn Yungba. Níbi tàtún jayé dé àti jayé mọ̀lété. Kese kenkelete. Exactly. So for me to do
please,
that.
Look, don't be singing if you're not going to complete this one. I'm not for that.
Maybe I don't want to take us back to that feelings of pay me before I sing. Is it like we want to talk? Sure, So my calling, I think, is just my calling, bringing people together, the communities that we can really go far. That promoting the values and the particular of the geographical area, and which I think is what we need, to move on, culturally, and to push what we have to the outside world.
So, look, let's talk this rebirth for a minute. This reinvention, I know.
Yeah.
Not only because I was taught or because I read it, I now know from experience. This is, in fact, in the immortal words of Sashina Peters.
Yes.
Majority ẹ máa gbọ́.
Yes.
Personal experience lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́. Ohun tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi rí ni. Ọmọ ènìyàn yé o. Lọ ṣọ́ra o. Ó tún fi kíìsì. So my question was, from experience,
Yes.
I know that a rebirth is not possible. You know how they say there are exceptions to every rule.
Yeah.
There's no exceptions.
Exactly.
There are some rules that have no exceptions. It is always a rule that every morning the sun is going to rise. You might not
Yes.
see the sun,
You might not see the sun,
but
yes.
it rises every morning.
Yes.
It sets at night. That's a rule without exceptions.
Exactly.
Yeah. I say all this to say that there is no rebirth or reinvention without suffering.
Baba, Daddy.
There is no reinvention without suffering. You don't come out on the other end without dying first,
Exactly.
metaphorically speaking. Could you tell me how yours was? Let me tell you mine, just to give you, just in case you need.
Baba.
So, as you know, I've been away for quite a few years. I didn't see it coming. It hit me quite
So hard.
It's quite hard.
Hard.
You know, but here we are. And in that time, as I've said on a few occasions, I've had to deal with not only my own career obituary as was reported in papers, in some papers, and not all of them. A whole lot of them were good, but there were some people who seemed to have been waiting for me to just stumble, right? So there was that to deal with. And there's also the human factor. When people think that you are not the hottest thing anymore,
Exactly.
they treat you with levity. They don't reply your texts as quick as they used to.
Yes.
They don't take your calls.
Yes, you're not there.
You're not there. So, so that's part of my experience. Or that was part of my experience
Yes.
before. So what was that rebirth? What was the suffering for you?
It was,
I like when people say,
honestly, if I have to start now, we won't go out of this place. Some part of it is actually emotional. And I think, like I said, I've chosen peace, you know, because I've seen things like, okay, this guy, something happened and, which I actually ignore. Just like people were talking about at the time, I know, because I'm a very stubborn, dreamer, you know, my vision, like it's my vision. No matter what takes me, I want to believe what I believe. At the time, I was not there. You know, of course, people don't call me for shows. It's like, what's this guy singing going? You know, like when we now had the issue of this guy, what do you call them? The repertoires and all that. They have taken all the parties. They have taken everything.
what's the repertoire?
Like, we have these guys that sings every music together.
Oh yeah, they take everybody's music.
Exactly. They take mine, they take Sonny, they take everybody. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So there's no point calling anyone.
Yeah.
Call them, they give you everything in your party. Then you'll be like, okay, what's actually going to fit in? How am I going to fit into what's going on? I'm a festival person. I do concerts, festivals. And of course, that's not flying right here. And the Afrobeat thing was just the thing. I sing high life music. So it was so difficult. Even in my house, I felt it, you know. When a man wasn't that man anymore, you know, I begin to feel like, what's going on? You know, there's this emotional thing that you begin to ask yourself, where's BUGA? Can BUGA again?
Aye.
That's the point.
Can BUGA again? You look yourself for mirror.
Exactly. Just look at yourself. You begin to ask yourself, is this the same BUGA? You know, just in the middle of that, BUGA came out. It was funny. People were calling me, hey, BUGA, where are you? We have another BUGA by this guy. What do you call it?
Kiss Daniel.
Kiss Daniel.
Yeah.
They were saying that BUGA, where BUGA? Some people were even tagging me.
So
you know?
in the middle of that, Kiss Daniel,
In
BUGA
the middle,
came out.
exactly.
Okay.
When I was trying to put myself together, then the name BUGA, of course, it's a very different song, but the name, that BUGA, because everybody knows me to be BUGA.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
One and only.
So from there was this thing, BUGA, what are you going to do now? What next? I began to ask myself, exactly, you say you go to the mirror. So BUGA, how do you want to go about this? Where are your fans? Where are your own people? I want to. You know, how do you now present? Because they still believe in me. Some, they will come to me and maybe they want to help, maybe want to have one or two things from me. Like, hey, BUGA, just go and sue this guy. I said, no, now. The guy is doing his own thing.
Go and sue his Daniel.
For what now? You know, the guy is doing his own thing. So, this is BUGA, of course.
Maybe I'll use that as the headline of this show.
Exactly.
They told me to sue Kiss Daniel.
Exactly. For what? Yeah, there's no point. This guy is doing his own thing. You know, he's very creative. I like him. And, well, for me, and I started doing my own work. It's okay, on my own side. Of course, I sing high life music. So he sings Afro, whatever. So I said to myself, okay, let me just be quiet. But the pressure was just so much for people that does not even understand music. You know, there's so many things around. Even if you got inspired by my song, which is okay by me, you know, sometimes we all just get inspired through other songs too.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you
sir.
listen, you feel okay.
Yes, sir.
I think I can turn things around there. It's okay by me. Since you're not taking the whole of me, and I'm happy about it, you know. So, but at a time, and I said, I'm going to go back to where I was coming from. Everything fell aside. You know, things fall apart. Everything just fell. Everything fell. You know, even my health began to ask me. That, yes, because at the time...
As they say in the Niger, that a body begin phone you.
Exactly. Then you begin to just say, okay, are you going to surrender to this pressure? Are you going to do that? I said, no. I still have my people, but some people, they don't know the way they have blessed my life. A lot of people, they feel like, BUGA! And I'll go back again and say, are you sure you're BUGA? But honestly, at a time, my conscious call has felt like, okay, I'm back. I called my younger brother. I gave it to him. He's a very good brother. He produced all of my songs, you know, from back on sha lọ́rọ̀ ilé ayé is a mystery. That's the first song I allowed him to produce for me, and till date he's been behind all the hit song. My younger brother, that's a beat by Java. And shout out to Java all the way from New York.
From New York, baby. New York. Yeah.
You know, so this guy is a very good guy. And I said, okay, what we're going to do is just let's take time. We'll study what we have, the high life music, put it together. What's the thing like? You know, go back on the table, put the lyrics like I said. The first one is the rebirth. We have to go back. You know, the rebirth. Then from there, everybody will say, this thing is nice. So, you know, from there, I began to feel myself back. The pulse now, like, get up. Like, okay, I think you're there. Before you know it, Ijebu people, I trust their energy. They came up like, oh, this is a song for us. I started like, okay, I'm back. I'm back. From there, I gave it to Ikorodu. Ikorodu rawa. Àwa lọmọ rẹ̀ eluku mede. You know, the Ikorodu people, beautiful side. They felt it. In fact, the Kabiyesi called me and I said, BUGA, ọmọ ilẹ̀ ìwé wa, you know, you know, because I just believe in this culture thing. What we have, you know, it's so beautiful. There's a lot of things we need to tap in, you know. So after that time, and I felt, okay, the next thing, let's do some Faji now. You know, the Faji, I did 1 or 2, I guess. I did Holy Water. You know, Holy Water. I gave it to my Chicago brothers there. And immediately I was initiated as a kegite. I have never been one. And they saw that Holy Water. They said, BUGA Onelo, you know, you're going to be part of us. And thank God. And that year, about 2 years ago, I did the Holy Water. It was just cool back then. And then Mr. WOLE came in. Mr. WOLE. Ó wá wọlé kanlẹ̀.
Mr. WOLE kanlẹ̀.
Okay. So And from that, and I began to feel that the whole side of me, that's kind of,
Did you know though? Because
Yes.
I figured that the way musicians release songs, because I've heard it, that you never know. So tell me this.
Yes.
They tell me that when you're doing tracks in the studio, that you never know which one is going to hit. And that sometimes the one that even hits is not the one you were thinking. So the way I think about it is when I'm doing a video, when I'm doing an interview, the day I put it out, the day we put it out and publish it, is always the most nervous day. Are they going to watch it? Is this one going to go? Are we going to have views? So when you're releasing a single, is it that, are your nerves that short? Are you that nervous that, I thought you be concealer, we have brought another one. Are they going to take it?
Well, I think on my own side, now I'm at this age where I feel, first of all, I feel myself. I feel good myself.
Okay.
Good or bad, I still feel good. Because it's still going to be me at the end of the day.
Wow.
So dropping it is a work to do. Leaving it to them is just the choice for these people. That's the thing. So it's the work to do.
I need to sorrow. I don't know.
Baba.
Well, they don't come to this revelation you have just come to without suffering. Tell me more. No, it's not a small boy.
It's not like you don't have to determine the way what I'm going to feel. Already I'm good. So regardless
what happens when I publish my work.
Exactly. When I publish my work, I've done my own side of it. Take yours. Take it. And don't take it back to me anymore. I've come with joy. So it's not left for you to receive that joy. Jesus Christ was here. He did his own thing. Now it was, he gave you that thing. It's not left for you. Go ahead. So don't give me that thing back. That I don't like. Pick the one you love there. If you don't like this one, I've dropped a lot of songs. Go back to my archives. Take the one you like there.
My man.
Baba.
My man.
That's it, bro. That's it, bro. So, whichever way. Some people say, Mommy, that song that I love, Mommy, Wapelaye, Mommy, Waje one more. Anybody kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àfọlójú. Akọ́lápá kò sẹ́nu trailer.
I want to ask you, were you the one that came up with those lyrics?
Yes, sir.
Who vexed you?
Yes, sir. When you understand,
it's not enough to be blind.
When you understand where you're coming from, you don't have to form this. We all have families. We know how far. African homes. Like, Thomas sọ̀rọ̀ pé jọ máa fọ gbọ́mọ mi lórí òòjọ́ mi ò fọmọ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ anybody ṣe. You know what it means. Your mom will always be like, till date, you'll be like, pé kí lọ́mọ mi ṣe fún ẹ? So it's we are from this environment where everybody have to just.
That brings a proverb to mind.
Yes.
Ẹni bímọ kan kúrò ní kílóbí.
Ó kílóbí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni gbọ́mọ sílẹ̀ kí n tẹ́ni àfẹ́ni tó máa tẹ́ gbèsè.
Baba.
Impossible to translate. I'm sorry. Just means that you don't play with the matrix and the dynamics of birth between mother and child.
We
have to say it.
Honestly.
Otherwise they will complain.
Honestly.
Do you know that with all the English that we speak, the little Yorubas that I drop in give some people a lot of headache.
Yes.
Somebody will watch this show and say, my comment, is this a Yoruba show? I don't get that.
You can imagine.
We speak 95%, if not 97% English.
Yes.
Because of who we are, the Yoruba comes out and we translate. And yet, some people will have a problem with that. I don't understand.
It is what it is. What were you saying?
You were telling me about how, you've come to be in your own and you give it what some people say it's mommy they like.
Exactly.
It's mommy who take your own.
Exactly. Just go there and take it. So if I'm dropping any new project today, if you're not feeling it, you can still see yourself in other ones. Like just go and check me out. You pick your own. Like I'm like Oriye ma she fàájì. Some people say fàájì ara mi ò lè wá kú, mi ò lè para mi. So it's on my headache anymore, and I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm good. So if you're watching, good. Thank you so much. God bless you. If you're not, I pray God is going to turn you around and then you say the truth and you get the joy.
Yeah. Okay, so what you will have after a rebirth is a second chance.
Yes.
It's a second chance that you are now mindful of. In fact, what happens during the wilderness years, during the reinvention and the rebirth is you think back on all the things.
Oh, Lord. I love that word, wilderness.
It's wilderness.
Oh, Lord.
I have to say this in Yoruba first and I'll translate. It will now occur to you, to now be clear to you that you had more than enough before, but you could not appreciate what you had.
Yeah.
In the wilderness years, you see your mistakes, right?
Exactly.
So when you come out of it, if you've learned your lessons, you will now be able to understand that it's a second chance for you to, it's like a redo. It's like a reset. And usually you are empowered with the resources to make it work. So what I'm asking in other words is, has this come with money?
Far better. Better. You know, now, and I see reason why it was a struggle then. Even if the money was coming in, it was a struggle. But now I think it's more with ease. You know, like you know what you want to do, you know, you have the money there, you know, okay, I want to do this, you can do this, you can do that without stress. You know. Thank God. That's the word. Like I'm still alive, I'm still right here. I thank God because I might not be here, you know, if I've just dropped dead. That's in the wilderness, he said. That thing struck my mind. And I felt like, God, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't die in the wilderness.
Thank you. Because I see more. Like, I see more now.
There are many who didn't make it.
Many did not make it.
Not everybody gets to come out on the other end.
Not everybody. Baba, you're a strong man.
My man.
You're my shield. See, not everybody. Some, they keep asking questions. How are you doing this thing? You know, coming back in this generation, it's something else. Honestly. You know, not as in times when, you know, you've been put aside, bring you down, you know, tear you into pieces. So I was able to just speak those things out. Okay, move back. Put that together. You know, thank God. Thank God. All I'm just going to say is just thanking God. Because I don't know the power or the energy behind that. Who says in the morning, you know, there's some kind of angels that will say, okay, this guy is next. Go and bring Joseph out from the prison.
Have him shave and wear new clothes. Take his bath.
Take it. You know, because now I believe more of a spiritual realm. Before we release any song, right in the morning, there are some kind of angels, these energies that will take it to people before you wake up. They will spread it. They will go round and say, back. So it is just your own side to say, I've released it too. But my brother, let me tell you, it's beyond that. Because it's a sound. You know,
you don't hold. Nobody holds the voice. Nobody can hold the voice.
You cannot.
You can't grasp the voice.
So there's a kind of secret behind that will help you take it round. They will spread it. These are kind of angels that you have. If you have them, thank God. They take you, they do the work for you. On your own mind, you think you're doing I'm on Instagram, putting the songs in. No.
Not be you.
Not be you.
Not by your power.
It is not by your power. They take it round. They take it. We love you. Not because you're fine. Not because you're cute. We love you because you're getting to us. Your energy is eating us. Your words are actually getting inside of us. What's that? There's something behind it which you can see. Yes.
You're most bugacious.
Baba.
So, you know, I want this to, because I have no doubt that at least one person who's struggling might watch this. When you are in that place, when you are in the eye of the storm, when You can be a husband and a father, not because you're lazy,
Yeah.
but because the chips are not just falling your way.
Oh,
no
Lord.
fault of yours. When those things are not happening for you, how do you not give up, sell out, just fall into depression? How do you keep your head above water enough so that when the line finally comes for you from the angels that will pull you back up, how is it that you have not expired? How do you keep yourself going during the darkest nights, the hottest days, the deepest moments of your doubt and suffering?
I was depressed. I was depressed. Sometimes when you see people smile, they might be going through a lot behind that smile. So if you're deep enough, then you'll know. It is not, most times people talk about this Instagram. What you see is not what is happening.
For real.
For real.
The fact that you saw a person's picture and they post is not...
Commercial.
No, it's a pity.
It's a pity that a lot of people will need help. At a time you will need help. At a time you just need to talk to someone. You know? So, but all those days, that's why I want to say that my younger brother is a great guy. And so many other people which I cannot mention right now, that are there to just tell you, let's do this. Let's go. Don't worry. You know, if not, maybe I might not make it down. You know.
So it's people, it's community, those who really love you.
Exactly. Those people that really, really cares. You know, they are listening right now. You know, they really, really care. Do you understand? You know, if not, I was almost gone. I was almost gone. So what I felt at the time is just God was just trying to tell me that, look, go and make people happy, bro. Make them happy.
Go make people happy.
Just go and do the work. Just go and make them happy. It is not by the work I'm doing right now. It's just like, go make some people happy. Do your song. Let them be happy, wherever it is. And that's the work I'm doing. Maybe when it's time for me to leave, I'll leave. But for now, go ahead and make people happy. Just go. If that's the only thing is going to be in your name, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Because also in Yoruba, I don't know, maybe you will translate that.
Yeah.
Because I felt what we jari ki tu enu wa gbe. You know?
He who the proverb will also translate.
Maybe we'll just have to tell. I don't know how to go about that. You know, just because I want to convince you.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I won't.
I'm not going to lose my speech in the process of trying to justify myself.
I won't lose myself.
Yeah, I won't lose myself.
Exactly.
Trying to justify myself.
Exactly. Just because I want to justify myself to you.
To you, yes.
So it was war. It was terrible. It was so bad. But thank God I made it. I made it.
No, you made it. You did make it. I wonder, do you, because that's the beautiful part about coming out on the other end.
Yeah.
You now see some of the people who used to say they liked you or with whom you used to have associations who threw you away.
Yeah.
You now see them on this side and they suddenly develop amnesia.
Yeah.
They suddenly forget that they weren't kind.
That's human for you. That's human for you.
That they weren't kind to you.
But all you need to know, in the days of wilderness, you have learned enough.
Yeah.
And that's what I think God was actually trying to do to me. Learn. Get to know who is there. Get to know Shagbaluju Yoyo.
Get to know the real.
The real.
Commander Abu Ebenezer Obey said,
Yes.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe ni wò.
Ṣe ni wò.
Ká lè mẹni tó fẹ́ ni.
Fẹ́ ni, oh Lord, Baba, àgbáyà dalẹ̀.
Àmín.
So,
let me translate. It means it's almost like praying for trials to happen to you so that you might winnow out your enemies and know who your real friends are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it was like a bonus to you in the wilderness.
Yes.
Which you have to go with when you now link to the other side.
Yes.
Exactly. You know that, okay, now if I have to say 2, then I have to say 1.
Okay. I'm not hating anybody.
I'm not hating anybody.
I forgive everybody. But I'm not, exactly. I'm not lost. I'm not deceived as to who is who now.
Exactly. I'm not deceived
anymore. I know who is who now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I know who is who now, which I know what God's actually planning or building you on with, back in the days of wilderness.
Okay.
And now it's a beautiful world. Now I'm more careful there, when I look at things, I'm careful, putting myself in deals, I'm careful, so we live a life of, with God, all things are possible.
Okay, so I find it a strange coincidence.
Yeah.
That one of your first hit tracks was Jennifer.
Yes.
I can never forget that song for reasons I might not be able to say. No, but that song, Jennifer, that song meant so much to me that time. I find it a weird coincidence that you had the hit track Jennifer. Mm-hmm. About the time that Funke Akindele was really making the character Jennifer popular. Yeah. And then she seems to be one of the early adopters of Mr. WOLE.
Yes.
So who is inspiring whom or who is affecting whom here? What is going on here? Well, were you inspired by Jennifer? Was she inspired by your Jennifer? How come she now likes Mr. WOLE? Because she really went into Mr. WOLE as far as I know.
Exactly. Two things is that, let me just clear the hair in this. Yeah. First of all, I released Jennifer before the Jennifer film. Way back.
Yeah, way back.
And Jennifer, I guess, and is he production manager or something? So they reached out to my record label.
Okay.
Then, for me to sing that Jennifer. Do you understand? To sing about like a sound design for. So I don't know what went wrong. We were not able to do that. Maybe we're trying, the transaction wasn't, so I left. Then it was, then we met on several occasions. That's Jennifer, like I said, if there's a clarity now, now I'm not with the record label anymore.
Okay.
Then I can have everything, can probably have one-on-one with you.
Okay.
I can do that for you. So, was it last this year or so? So Jennifer just rang me that she feels she wants me on this. Everybody loves Jennifer. And I said, okay, so what's the deal? And we sealed the deal. And I did a soundtrack, and boom, it's out there, and everything was just, So we are just colleagues and very good friends. And today, she felt so good about Mr. WOLE, and she supported it. Mm-hmm. She danced to the song and just put it out there.
Okay.
And almost every one of them, the actors and actresses, everybody was just jumping on it, and and now it's. That's it.
Okay, this question seems like a moot question in the light of some of the things we've spoken about, but I might as well ask. One of the ways people used to describe me, especially during my wilderness years, was Teju Babyface is so underrated. So underrated. I mean, they
say that to me too.
Yeah, they mean it as a compliment. But my own sentiments towards that is I appreciate them, but they are not thinking of me holistically in terms of who I have been, who I am, and who I am becoming. In other words, I think they are concluding too soon.
Too soon. I know.
Yeah, so not a lot of people say that anymore. I mean, have you also crossed that ridge now? Do you now feel you're getting the full worth of what your talent and your output and are you getting the full worth, or there's still a lot to come?
There's still a lot to come, honestly, because right inside of me, I feel like I've not done a bit, but I thank God with the little that I've been able to put together, because there's still a lot, because there's a part of me which is more of tourism, then the music and tourism together. There's a plan for that, right? I'm not going to say that now, but there's a lot to that, to my music. It's like a hub, for people who are depressed, look around my songs, you see that Mashe Faji, take it easy, like that, which is just like a therapy to some people. I'm coming there. There's a song coming up called Good Morning. All you need to say is good morning. Wake up in the morning. May we not have a bad morning.
Amen.
Yes. So there's this thing. It's not greeting to me. Don't say like greeting. It's a prayer. Good morning. It's a prayer. Say it out. It hangs in the air. Good morning. And we have a bad morning. May we not have it. So when you say good morning, you're confessing something out of yourself. Like, this morning is going to be good to me.
Yeah.
Not just, so that's why I don't really like people that says, it's not, okay, don't let me put it that way. When you say good morning, some people say morning.
What's good about the morning?
Don't tell me morning. It's morning. But good morning. It's a prayer. It's good morning. So, there's a lot around the music thing, which I'm doing, which has to do with, beyond dancing, beyond, like a mental thing. When you receive it, you feel it, take it, and it's going to work for you. You begin to smile, even when you don't have money.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, there's a lot still coming, and I'm planning towards it. But to those people who still feel like, BUGA, do you understand? Well, I will tell them, check me out more. Do more of your research. Do you know people still go around tell me today, like, King Buro, oh Lord.
Wait, don't rush from that.
And you're on your phone.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What else must I do? What do you mean?
I'll now begin to explain to that person. Have you heard Mr. Wole? Mr. Wole. Oh, that means follow. You're the one with the problem.
We need to establish that.
Exactly.
Because when you're doing your best,
yes,
especially if you've been here for a while,
yes,
if you've been on stage for a while,
yes,
somehow they can't seem to move past the initial hit that you had because you were a new thing. They somehow keep expecting you to maintain that same level, which you probably are, but others have come in as well.
Yes.
So they'll keep asking you, but you're still there.
I'm still there.
People are still seeing you. They are still calling you, but that one person will come. Excuse me, do you still do your show?
But I just finished one. I'm there already. And but things like that, I've come to understand, like, there are some people with time, they just start dropping from the social world.
Yeah.
Some people don't even have phone. As a time, LTV 8 still on. Yeah. Like, people just access it just like your phone. Yeah. So those days, people can still sit down, watch you and all that. I feel some people drops by, they're actually not getting to the new world of their phone. So I don't know. I'm not sure if anybody that owns a phone or smartphones can tell me that now.
Yes, sir.
So every other person can say that, which if you're not conforming with the new world.
Thank you.
Because I'm dealing with the new world right now. So then maybe if you're home.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm dealing with the new world. I like that.
Every time you tell me, we don't hear about you guys, you still doing it, occurs to me that you are probably living in the old world.
You're living
in new world.
Baba, now. Check them out. Anybody that asks you that question, ask them, are you on YouTube? Do you watch YouTube?
You get your
that kind of thing. So I just feel like, okay, it's one of those things. Okay, all right, I should go. I'll just get and walk away. So I think now, that's what I said in the first place. Like, look, there's this peace. You should just give yourself, whichever way the case is like, just you're okay. Since you're okay, good. Every other thing is settled.
It's a healthy, robust attitude. As you were talking about the good morning, it was Tunji Oyelano, Uncle Tunji Oyelano's and the Bender song that kept coming to my mind. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Baba.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, Lord. You can feel that.
Yes. Yeah.
Baba, I've been able to put that kind of song together like they are seeing the future. Good morning, sir. When you listen to the song,
Yes.
you'll be feeling that thing. I cannot explain that. You'll be feeling that kind of feeling that you cannot even explain.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
that's the world for me.
Your most boogashos. We're going to have a concert very soon, which is where we're now going to do the performance. You know that this is a bit of being incomplete. How can I bring his most boogashos and we are WOLE Conle? That's WOLE Conle now. Old Condodo now. So we're going to have a concert very soon where, we're going to do all the songs and all of that.
Great.
But going as we are going, oh, Jimmy.
Ó ṣe mí bí ẹni wípé gé máa lulu lálálá àlá lulu lélélé. Mo ti rọ́mọ tó dùn parara.
Jangulu. That song is an Agbaya song.
I know, but it's good to just look like a baby sometimes. Yeah. It's a therapy.
Yeah.
Don't be too serious about life.
It's a question of I might be 30 something.
Exactly. I might be exactly.
But in my heart, I'm just 20 something.
15 gone.
Mama, what you me? Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you.
We'll do this again soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to Kehinde Onabanjo of Finesse Events, the owners of Whitestone Event Center on Billings Way, Oregun, Lagos. I'd also like to say thank you again to FinServe Pro. Remember, FinServe Pro, your number one tax solution as an Africa diasporan living in the United States. We'll see you on the next one.